Hello, welcome to something a little different and a little the same. Now, a little while back, we played through Space Marine 1. This was a replay for me, as it was one of the earliest things I streamed way back in the day. And I felt like I needed to revisit it before this game came out. So now, we're on to Space Marine 2. I don't know why I played it so close to the release, as if I was going to buy it on release. I never do that. But here we are now, so here we go. I've seen a little bit about this game. I've had a little bit spoiled for me, which is quite annoying, but whatever. We're gonna rock into it and see what happens. I'm excited for this game to exist, and I'm excited that apparently it's fairly popular. Hopefully that, doesn't come back to bite us all. This is weird. I just went through all the settings, but I guess we're... So it kept... Subtitles were off by default. Oh, that's interesting. It marks the things I've changed. I think that's what that means. So it already knows I've changed that. Subtitles background? Oh, I see. It's nice that they have this is a great settings menu. They don't actually do this in the actual settings, but showing you what that's gonna look like in game is fantastic. Oh, this is wonderful. This is so nice. I mean, yeah. What? Story subtitles. Well, that doesn't make it particularly clear what that is. I guess that's whether or not you see complete background chatter, which I'd rather see. I did turn the motion blur off and already... This is nice that they include... Because this is a limited selection of the settings that are available to you. So it knows that people don't like motion blur, and it knows that they might want to turn the volume down, which I already did. Oh... That's weird. Sorry if that messed you up. Okay, so this is just the number of channels, not the, hopefully that wasn't horrible in the recording. Not the size. So it's not like headphones versus speakers. Okay. I don't think we're getting into anything that should be multiplayer. I am aware that exists, though. But I think we're good to go. The one thing I'm not sure about is whether I'll be playing this with mouse or keyboard. I did try it with mouse and keyboard or controller. I did plug in my controller and try and noodle around with it, and weirdly, actually I can just do it. It treats it like a cursor, which is weird. So I guess this is a PC first release. This is kind of awkward. Now that it's the other way around, where I complained about the first game being a very console release, and now this is a little bit too PC if you want to use your controller, but whatever, we'll see how it goes. Interesting, no default setting. Hack through enemy hordes in a mode optimized for the best narrative experience. Write your name in the history of the Ultramarines chapter. Uphold the ideals of the Emperor. Fight shoulder to shoulder with your battle brothers to establish superiority of mankind in the galaxy. Walk the path of a true son of McCraig. Display your prowess no matter what abominations trying to destroy you in flesh or spirit. Angel of Death. Confront a trial worthy of Gilliman himself. You are only one mistake away from recording your name upon the pennant of the fallen. Oh, okay. So set up as the intended experience. Tactical and skillful play is rewarded. Enemies are dangerous. Enemies are moderately aggressive. Resources need to be managed wisely. Enemies are less aggressive. Health and armor are greatly increased. I definitely don't want to play Angel of Death. I'm willing to try Veteran if that's what they think the intended experience is. In the 41st millennium, humanity stands on the brink of annihilation. The galaxy-spanning Imperium of Man is beset on all sides by hostile aliens and threatened from within by traitors and heretics. It is an age of constant war, a new dark age in which enlightenment is replaced by superstition, rhetoric, and blind prayer. To live in such times is to be one amongst untold billions, existing in the cruelest and bloodiest regime imaginable. The most powerful and dreaded of the Imperium's defenders are the Space Marines, bioengineered superhuman warriors. They are humanity's last bastion against the terror. There is no time for peace, no respite, no forgiveness. Subtitling the text is funny. Does that look distorted? The text looked a little stretched out. Anyway. It's always a good sign. Hey, the Astra Militarum already here, so, you know, no big deal. They'll have this done in a jiffy. By authority of Archmagus Nozick, planet Kandaku, Residia system under attack. Kadaku. It sounds a little bit too much like Klendathu, if we're honest. Threat: Xenos Tyranids. Early stage invasion. Sea bombardment preparation. Project Aurora present. Oh, that's good. We're having another one of the same, where they've got some bullshit going on, so they can't just, you know, can't just blow it up. Urgent assistance required from nearby forces. Submit encrypted message. Submitted to Astropathic Relay. Hail the Omnissiah. Hail the Machine God. Deathwatch Kill Team Primus. Objective: deploy viral incendiary bomb. Defend Aurora facility. So that's the quest of the Inquisition. Do have to wonder what the big guns on the front are shooting at. That's a little bit more concerning than these guys. I do appreciate that the Tyranids are being portrayed right off the bat as fairly intelligent. I think all too often they are... Oh man, the in-game render is so nice. Damn. I think all too often...
Kill team leader to squad. Box check. Repeat. Kill team leader to squad. Confirm Vox contact.
We have crashed. It's from your position.
Do you have the virus bomb? Damn it.
I assume that's me talking. Kill team leader. Okay. I was gonna say, I feel like all too often I see Tyranids portrayed as sort of just a dumb animal race that just attacks things willy-nilly. And that can be the case, but, you know, they wouldn't be much of a threat if it was just
Lost
masses
contact
of
with brother.
dumb animals. So like identifying.
Orbital launcher facility. Well secured.
Hellstross, Alpha! I'm moving to the crash site. Do you read?
Any sign of the commander?
Huh, okay.
Negative. No contact since the crash.
I'm here, damn it!
Ghostress, you have command. What are your orders?
The frame rate on those explosions is a little low.
Launch the virus bomb into the stratosphere. Detonate it. And watch the Tyranids die. A sight I will greatly enjoy.
Transmitter must be broken.
Wait, so we had the virus bomb, or we need to acquire the virus bomb? Because... Okay, I can't go out, whatever that chittering is. Said launch it into the stratosphere, then why were we coming down to the planet's surface?
Homicans. The area will be crawling with them.
I really don't know that much about the Tyranids. I know more of their, like, overarching lore stuff than about their specifics. You know, I'm playing too many different action-adventure games at the same time, and so switching between control schemes is really frying my brain every time I do. Damage depletes armor. Armor regenerates after a small delay. Recently lost health can be restored by dealing damage. The white line indicates the maximum regeneration amount. Not the best description, but I assume they mean that the armor is those pips at the bottom. They should just stop the animation before it gets to the health damage part, because... Okay. I know we're making concessions for the... Already sprinting.
Where's that damn virus bomb?
I know we're making concessions for this being a tutorial, but it is weird to just not have a sidearm. Heavy attacks. Hold right mouse button to finish chainsword combo with a heavy attack. The longer the combo, the more powerful the heavy attack. Use heavy attacks against large groups of enemies. I assume this is still going to have a combo system like the first game, but I don't know.
Any word from Brother Darius or the commander? Nothing. It is left to us to share the glory now, Kelstros.
Hold on, brothers.
Press C to parry. Interesting. Common attacks and attacks with a blue indicator can be parried. Perfectly timed parries will instantly kill smaller enemies and will stagger larger enemies. You know, if I had to pick one thing here, it would be nice to, if you're gonna keep interrupting the flow like this, at least give me the opportunity to rebind these things. I'm gonna do that one. My timing was really bad, but apparently that counted.
Spores.
Okay, so I do have a dash. It is very delayed, though. I wish there was a more distinctive indicator of when I had successfully hit the parry. It's okay though. Like, it's obvious when it's kind of obvious when it plays out. Because, I mean, obviously that was a success. But there is so much delay between when I actually press it and when since it seems to want me to parry for the sake of cool executions. There's a lot of delay, and sometimes makes me feel like I haven't done it. Press space to dodge. Text marked with the red. Cannot be marked with a red indicator. Where's the red? Oh, I see. Locking onto an enemy. Press to lock the camera onto large enemies such as Tyranid warriors. I don't know about X. That's a weird bind. Let's see. It can't be a middle mouse button. Maybe I do need to get a... You know, the noise this makes is kind of weird for... I guess they just don't expect you to click and drag. It's just a little unpleasant. I think I'm going to give myself a headache trying to rebind everything. We'll just roll with it and see how it happens. I think I screwed that up. Oh, you're an incapacitated enemy. Okay. I actually think I did that very poorly. I hit a bunch and... Okay. Guys, this is a little bit aggressive with the tutorializing. I just did it. I don't need you to explain it again.
Arthur, you must reach that bomb. I will, even if I have to chew my way through.
So why did I get my shield back there? Is this a whole scene you could just miss if you didn't look over here? I love the details they put into this, make this feel like a real place. They could have easily just made this very closed off hallways all the way through. Interact is a very bad prompt. Also I am playing now not on a 1080p screen, I'm on a 1440p and I'm recording at 1440p. I don't know if this scales better if it's at 1080p, but these icons are a little small. Oh, that's the right way. That's not what I expected. So what's over here? Oh, it's scenery. These have been here a while, though. Interesting. Oh, we would have seen this anyway, okay. We just get an early look at it.
Darius,
They're not shooting now, though.
brother, I will repay them tenfold.
Oh, that was, he was not super well highlighted. He, honestly, from back here, just looks like another body in the lump of bodies. I don't love how much I'm having to tap and hold buttons.
I swear on it. Come vermin.
Am I crazy? Didn't we have to switch between, like, manually between melee and... No, now that I think about it, melee was just a button we could press. I guess it just... I guess it was... I think it was because in the other game it wasn't one in one hand and one in the other. I guess maybe once we get a two-handed gun, it'll feel more like the original.
If we fail to launch that bomb, there will be nothing to stop the Tyranids. I am almost at the crash site. Just make sure the launcher is still standing when I get there.
Okay, so we need a launcher. That's why we're headed
As
down.
long as I can.
Do I get any advantage for, And I've lost my train of thought because it disrupted me again. What was I saying? I don't remember. Damn it. Okay, hold to knock back small enemies and mark them for a gun strike. But isn't that a heavy attack? Isn't holding right button right mouse button a heavy attack? Does it do both? Okay. Instantly kill solid damage larger enemies. Okay. I pressed the wrong button. I forgot which mouse button I had bound. Wow, so it's really only like, the armor is really only one hit per... It is nice though that I'm not locked into my animation, so I can parry in the middle of a swipe. That was always a problem with the first game that I complained about extensively, is that if you locked yourself in an animation, you'd just get pummeled. There was very limited ability to do any animation breaking. And this is like straight up letting me do my normal combat and the like flourishes and parries and stuff at the same time. Okay, so not parrying does not immediately cause problems for me. So I can still just like do regular attacks against those guys that are doing parrying attacks or parryable attacks. I also appreciate how it's establishing right off the bat, like if you have no familiarity with 40K, the strength and capabilities of a Space Marine, just based on, you know, what they can shrug off and what they can push and all that kind of thing.
Team, I am at the crash site.
I'm sure this will go fine. I'll jump down and everything will be fine, and nobody will mind that I'm here. Didn't even mean to do that, actually, if I'm honest. We do have the problem, though, that the same problem as the first game of I am typically... What is that thing in the middle of my screen? I don't know what the hell that is. What is that? What is that eyeball?
Baron, my brother, you have honored the Imperium.
Don't know what that was. I really would have liked an explanation for that. They have no sorry. Too many things going on at the same time. It has the same problem of when you're doing repeated attacks, you kind of go in the same direction, and rotating is not easy. That does make it a little bit less arcadey, a little bit more realistic, I guess. But especially when there is reasonably hard target snapping, like as with the first game, when you're just swinging melee, it does try and automatically target you to like the next thing if something dies. But that may drag you in a weird direction. I'm already feeling it. I don't know. Anyway, what's up, buddy?
Alpha, Hellstros, if you can hear me, I have the virus bomb. Headed to the orbital launcher.
I am surprised we are not... I am a little surprised they aren't marking the fallen guys in any way. Usually that's something they're very picky about, especially around Tyranids. I don't necessarily think they would, you know, try and extract. I mean, they're not going to do the gene seed extraction themselves. Oh.
Your death will not go unpunished.
Got a target. Okay, I'm not getting the flow of this. Unfortunately, it's proving difficult. Okay. This is actually a good thing because I want to try this out a few times and try and get the flow of fuck off, Kato Sicarius, you bitch. What do I press? Okay, well, whatever. Okay. Trying to figure out.
Hold fire! No! Your death will not
Okay.
go unpunished.
So. Blue, I parry. Okay, so that just showed up on its own. What's that now? There's another marker on it. I don't know what that is. I mean, I know what that one is, but what was the white dot with the red arrow? Also, that was seemed kind of pitifully easy. For our buddy to have gone down to that guy. Oh, I was supposed to dodge that one. I thought I hit that, but... You know what this feels like? It feels a little... I haven't even played Doom, but this feels like it's a hey, everybody liked the executions in Doom, let's add the executions from Doom. And I don't like that. I don't, it's not that I don't like it anywhere, I just don't think it's appropriate for this game.
Hang on, Kelstros!
This is kind of amazing how much, hey, if you want me to look at stuff, you need to draw my attention a little bit better than that. Okay, there's a lot going on here. This is definitely trying your skills from the start. All right. See how tightly how many what's the phrase I'm looking for? How many checkpoints there are here. Okay, so as soon as I entered this area.
Anyone? Is the bomb en route?
Hang on, Kelstros!
So what happens if I try and parry something that isn't being called for as a parry? Get out of the way of those guys. It is just kind of wild. So my ability to dodge is working somewhat. Okay, parrying things from coming from behind me is a little wild. Okay, again, what is that? What is that icon? I don't know what that is. Okay, so I got a shield. I got an armor back from that. Hey man, could you fuck off? Where's that other one? There's another one over here somewhere, isn't there?
Hellstrus, are you with me? I have the bomb!
This is going to be a quick turnaround on this. That doesn't look nice.
You have served your Emperor well, brother.
By delivering me a gun.
Record log. To any Imperial unit that recovers this log, my kill team crash landed off course. My brothers are all dead. Slain by Tyranids. I have the virus bomb. Moving to the orbital launcher. We'll fire into stratosphere where it will disperse over Tyranid positions.
This game looks amazing, I have to say. This is, in fairness, this is like the first, okay, what is that icon? I need you to explain what that is. Man, this thing aims like shit. Oh, what's up, dude? Holy shit, it's bad. I feel like what that looks to me like is it looks like some kind of warning system for, like, how alerted the enemy is. Which would kind of make sense in a certain way of like, hey, if I don't deal with them in a timely fashion, they call in reinforcements or something. But of all the things to not tutorialize, it's pretty rough. Okay, so there's no aim down sights with this at all, and it is just a horrible thing to aim. So scrolling up and what is scrolling up and down bound to if not switching weapon? Zoom in, alternate fire. Why would you bind those to that? Do we have grenades? I've been saving a button for grenade because I assumed there would be one, but it doesn't look like there is one unless I'm just missing it. Alright. Usability, switch primary weapon, switch it. Yeah, why? I guess it's just because right mouse button is permanently bound to melee. But then maybe I should just not make it. Hold on. Zoom in, zoom out. Can I toggle zoom instead of... Oh, probably not, right? Because it's probably going to have something with multiple zooms. It's slightly annoying. I just wish they had let me bind... It would have been nicer to bind melee to one of my thumb buttons instead. And then the zoom on the right mouse as usual. Be more intuitive to me, at least. Okay, I guess we're using buttons then. Find the orbital launcher. Well, I don't think it's this way. It's not gonna let me jump down. I will say that for these very wide... See, I'm fighting the wrong direction again. I really am not liking that. For these very wide windows of for parrying, it does let you do something very cinematic with it.
Spread through their forces. They will adapt, but it will slow them down. The virus must be launched into the stratosphere. Nothing else matters.
Okay. Full up. How many does this hold? 30? Alright. Okay. Well, this looks like it's probably going to be some kind of fight. Or at least, you know, something more climactic. So let's take a little pause. And we'll come back for more next time.